This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is now 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Wednesday in the morning sprint.
Bryan Kohberger will be back in court today. Sydney Charles is breaking down what arguments are being heard in Latah County.
Allison Martinez sharing tips from an expert on ways to make college affordable.
And a winter weather advisory is in place right now. Mark has your forecast just ahead.
But first, breaking news. In just a couple of hours, Idaho serial killer Thomas Creech is scheduled to be put to death in Boise. Barring any last-minute stays of execution, he will die by lethal injection at 9 this morning. Creech and his attorneys have filed a flurry of appeals to 4 different courts in a final effort for clemency. He is convicted of murdering 5 people across 3 states and has been linked to 11 murders nationwide. He was placed on death row in 1983 for murdering David Jensen, a disabled prisoner. Creech has evaded capital punishment over the years. This is the 12th death warrant he has been served. We'll have a live coverage from Boise throughout this morning and into our 5 and 6 o'clock newscast tonight.
Accused quadruple killer Bryan Kohberger is expected to be back in court today in Latah County. The prosecution has asked the judge to schedule a trial this summer, arguing it would be the least disruptive to the community. But Kohberger's defense wants the trial moved out of Latah County altogether. Now, today's hearing will also focus on the investigative genealogy evidence in the case. Investigators used IgG to initially identify Kohberger as a suspect. The hearing is set for 1 o'clock this afternoon, and it will be streamed on the court's YouTube channel.
All right, good morning. We had light snow and now we have light rain coming into Spokane, but we do have reports out of North Hayden in some of the higher elevations, about 3 inches. So you can see this is now going to be a rain event for the rest of the day. Temperatures currently are sitting into the mid to upper 30s, but the winds are in excess of 20 miles an hour at times. Our day today, we're going to be 45, 46 degrees with that light rain all day long.
A 19-year-old is charged for killing a man on the South Hill last year. Caleb Hewlings is accused of killing Alvin Gallegos in his apartment last April. According to court documents, Hewlings had gone to Gallegos' apartment and stabbed him in the side of the neck, collarbone, and head. Detectives have been working with DNA evidence, cell phone records, and social media postings to present evidence that Hewlings was responsible for the murder. Now, in court documents, witnesses said Gallegos molested Hewlings when he was 16, and that was the motive for the crime. Hewlings is being held on $250,000 bond.
In Western Washington, Bellevue College will reopen this morning. The campus closed most of yesterday following reports of a rapist on campus. A woman told police she went into one of the restrooms. A man was waiting inside. She told them he held her at knife point and sexually assaulted her. Police say they have found inconsistencies with the report and the evidence that was found. They do not believe there is an ongoing threat, which is why the campus reopened as normal this morning.
A bill that would have capped rent